Hello, hello. Testing. Testing. Oh, freak. Oh, freak. I forgot what I was doing. I'm sorry. Whoa. Okay. Hi, welcome to Warnish Radio, a radio show where we talk about thoughts, feelings, and everything alike. And I'm Warnish, and I'm hungry. Where I have no food. Okay. Today, our topic is living without goals. You cannot live without goals. And I believe that's different when it comes to expectations. You cannot live without goals, without something to gravitate to, something to give you a piece of hope. And what I mean by that is people who live without thinking about what they're living for or doing things without a reason, because I do feel like that could make you lose sight of who you want to be. Some people think of like this ideal version of themselves that they want to be, but they find it to be impossible, so they just don't chase it, and they don't have any goals or steps to get there. And I believe in life in general, the main difficulties that make us hate ourselves or show anger towards ourselves are the expectations that we place. When we don't meet those expectations, specific desires or whatever, we definitely sometimes beat ourselves for it. Actually, should I mine or should I'm gonna get food. I'm gonna go slay some animals. I actually need to make a farm. That's another thing I need to do. I need to step up my game because it's looking pretty lame. Dude, I'm like so cool. It never works. Beating yourself up for certain things, I can't remember the last time that's ever worked for me. And you never meet the goals that you have placed and set for yourself. Having a specific goal can help you stay motivated. And I feel like living just this weird path of not knowing where you're going and having no idea what'll happen tomorrow, but not preparing for it like 1% of the way at least, will keep you demotivated. I feel like people try to actually live like they're gonna die tomorrow, but they do the bare minimum, like work a job and like probably go home and watch TV shows all day or something, which is a chill life, don't get me wrong. But I do believe that that won't make you happy in the long run. I do think naturally we do want to be something bigger at times, and we don't want to be stuck in a place for a while. At least me specifically. I say we, but I believe that that's the type of person I am. But I am more of a creator, and I do think creators need to move in a dynamic mindset to where they have to be placed in uncomfortable and unpredictable situations that keep them feeling more alive in a sense. I'm thinking of making a classic farmer's spot with like the like something you'd find in villages, like the trees. I'm gonna cut down a lot of trees, maybe right here, and then like I'll just cut off this whole area. Something you'd find in villages. I'm gonna need a lot of wood because those areas have logs, a lot of logs. I'm not saying to keep yourself up to your own standard, because standards are just a fictional concept. It's kind of like trying to predict the future. The future is just fiction. The future isn't real. It's this idea that you have in your head of what you think that the future will be. However, the future holds high likelihoods to certain things. Like, if you eat every day, you're most likely to eat tomorrow. And I don't believe that you should just wait for tomorrow to happen if you're, for example, like at work and you didn't prepare your lunch because you're like, I'm just living for the now. And you're like, yeah, but you were most likely gonna eat lunch the next day. It's not like life was gonna offer you a fucking life or death opportunity the next day. It's not like you were actually gonna get ran over by a truck the next day. That in itself is kind of expecting life to be unpredictable all of the time in the first place, which is an impossible way to live. I do think preparing yourself for the future and setting goals that are totally applicable is possible and will keep you happy as long as you're happy with yourself and you're taking steps to get there every day. If you're walking one way towards your goal every day, then you wouldn't feel this unnecessary anger or disappointment in yourself because you're getting there little by little. I believe that people should appreciate themselves and whatever they can make of in their situation. So I'm not saying to keep yourself at a standard. I believe that people should learn to appreciate themselves and whatever they can make of in their situation so that they can improve in their future. I personally used to believe in never having goals, but I obviously changed my perspective because I believe that life is kind of just this straight path. You don't know where it's going. There's no definite direction. You might not be that super fucking rich guy with a six-pack in the future, like you imagine yourself when you're like 7. That just might not happen. Or girl. I know that that's like 10 times more desirable for me, bro. I'd love to be a super rich girl with like a six-pack in the future, but who knows, man? Maybe I'll have like an 8-pack instead. Who knows? I found myself to be demotivated because I'm like, then what am I living for? I'm happy in the moment, but I don't have this strong desire to live for anything specific. I don't know what I'm doing. I was very confused. I was very lost, scared. Because I was fearful of what life might bring me. I was prepared at the moment. But what if the next day I actually did get ran over by a truck? You could die tomorrow. But I do remember this thing that PewDiePie said in one of his videos, and he was like, why would you be scared of something that's inevitable? It's just not gonna help. And honestly, that was real. I felt kind of stupid in the first place for being fearful of death because it's gonna happen, and it's not like you can stop it. It literally happens to everybody. And in a way, it gives you this sense of comfort because it's like, oh, I don't have to live forever, actually. I should just do what I want now and prepare myself for whatever goal I want to have so I can try to eventually get there. But if that doesn't happen, then that's okay because I did what I could right now. It's very comforting. I felt like dying could almost be a gift. I know like this doesn't apply to everybody that gets this disease, obviously, but a lot of people who do get cancer say that it actually saved their lives because they realize that one day they are gonna die. You know, one day I'm gonna die. And yes, I will live forever, but like this me is gonna die. I mean, obviously, like I'm gonna live forever, duh. Might be like an AI or something. I'm gonna live forever in an AI. I'm gonna live forever in character AI. I should never say anything. Someone's gonna actually make that one day, and I'm gonna like cry in my sleep. Life is just this weird path that never stops, and some people choose to wait for their specific desires. But as I continue to say to a lot of other people, and sometimes on this channel, life isn't going to stop for you. Obviously unpredictable. And hypothetically, you could get ran over by that truck. You could. And having specific goals and motivations without achieving them before could actually have you hold regrets. Because I believe that naturally, as humans, we're supposed to have goals. I think it's kind of genetic. Like we wake up one day and our goal is to feed our family and get food for our house, for our home. We used to hunt and survive, and we would have one goal for that day, and then the next day we'd do something else, like foraging or maybe making a farm, etc. Stuff that would help benefit the culture or benefit humanity or benefit our family or whatever. We had goals. It is inevitable to have goals, and it's desirable, and that's what can drive us. Without goals, we are lost, we're scared, etc. I thought goals would demotivate and derail me because I thought that they were setting a standard, but then I just thought like you could just not set a standard for yourself. You could just have little goals that feel easy. Like, I'm not gonna edit too much today, but I'll at least click on the software and finick around with something that I want to do, you know? Like when I'm thinking about a video, there's a reason why I'm thinking about the video. It's because I actually want to make the video, but I don't want to go through the hard work of editing it all by myself and like working on it all at once. So I just believe, well, why do I even want to make the video? And I think about my motivations, my passions about making YouTube videos. And then I realized I do want to make the video. I just don't want to do all of it all at once. And I'll focus on something more small and effortless, like cutting it down a little and messing with one little thing. Then the next day I might feel something completely different. I might feel this weird strong desire to just edit the whole thing for no reason. And actually I feel like I effed up here, because how am I gonna cage up the farm? This is like inefficient. This is caca. And it's gonna look so ugly maybe. I really don't know what to do. What was I talking about? I completely forgot. Like, I know I was talking about goals, but I forgot the other part. Brain farts! And my brain is really passing some gas right now. I'm so annoying today. Okay. You should have goals that are desirable, completely possible, and applicable. And it should also be something you can do today, for example. Taking steps towards that thing, little ones, are what keep you human. You're not like a fucking robot. I don't know how some people do that. And that's what will keep you in a positive direction. Just being happy about those goals and not killing yourself over them, essentially. Or I mean, I'm sorry, unbetting yourself over them. Yeah, it's a good one, actually. Should use that one more often. Unbetting. Betting. Can you leave me alone? You think, like, creepers are actually this really deep and emotional creatures that, like, actually feel bad for us, and that's why they attack us? You know, you ever think about the fact that they have families and stuff? Like, what if they're, like, going through something, you know, you get me? I don't know, it's just like the duality of creepers is what I think about. I like to think today I could get ran over by that truck. Obviously, I've thought about getting ran over by trucks a lot. Actually, it's a goal. But I did everything I needed to, and one of my goals is to become a YouTuber. Right now, I'm already a YouTuber. I don't need to feel sad or angry about anything. I'm doing the YouTube stuff. I'm already a YouTuber. I don't really need to be famous or anything to not acknowledge that. I'm just happy being in my place, if that makes sense. And another goal of mine was to get buff. I wanted to be buff, and I did it. I had already been buff before, but I wanted to redo it because I just thought it was fun and it kept me motivated to work out. This week I'm taking a workout break though, because sometimes it's hard to do a specific thing for a while that took up a lot of your free time, and taking a break from it helps you realize what you loved about it in the first place and can help you get back into it. So I do believe taking workout breaks is necessary in the long run. Some people do like beat themselves up over it, but it's not like we're fucking machines, guys. We're human beings. But there's no use in doing that because it just creates an unhealthy relationship. I feel like people need to know how to communicate to themselves, and the only way to get through to yourself is by understanding yourself. It's kind of like, think of yourself as your own best friend, you know? And imagine the advice or the way that you tell your best friend to get in a better situation. It's like, hey, should I actually eat this unhealthy snack that makes me feel like crap after? Or should I not? And then obviously you're gonna tell your friend not to. But if it was you, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat it, whatever, I don't care. And then you're gonna feel crappy about it. You're gonna be like, why did I actually do that? What if I made like a Clash of Clans wall around the base? It would look so ugly. And I think that would motivate me. I find the beauty in ugliness, really. I think, like, dude, I really need food. I really need food. My goal was to, like, slightly improve the base, and I already met that goal. You see that, guys? I'm actually kind of sick. I actually, like, apply the things that I say in real life. But, today, you know, was a heavy day for me. It was a depressing day. And I've talked about this issue many, many times. Almost, like, prominently. But, still, today, I made a step towards my goal. I recorded this. And I edited a little bit in my other video. I watched a bit. I didn't edit too much, but I edited enough to where I got slightly ahead. And I got a little bit into the TV show that I've been slacking on, and I've been talking to different friends that I need to keep up with, and I was looking at stuff that might prepare me for the things that scare me. I did do a couple of good things today, right? Even though today was technically very derailing. I made many steps towards— oh my god. Dude, that was totally uncalled for, bro. You could have said, excuse me. You could have said, excuse me. God, it's like, some people these days are so rude. So rude. But I took specific steps towards my goal, and I just told myself that I don't have to do anything if I'm tired. If I'm tired, I don't need to force myself to do anything specifically impossible. And I just did a little bit of my work and felt proud of myself after. And I was like, this is nice. And I just realized that I just needed some rest, and I just needed to think and to humanize myself, because I get into this very robotic state. And I just learned to live without the regret of today or yesterday or anything. I'm completely fine with the way that I've been living my life. And it creates this satisfaction that I believe other people don't even need to give me. It's just the being proud of the fact that I am here, that I'm here just for me, and I'm doing the things that I want to do. I don't need other people to tell me that and to give me that gratification. And my main goal in life, my one goal, like the one thing that I believe that I want to achieve, is to help people and to, I guess, like, lead people to carrying happiness and to live in a way that fulfills them. That's my end goal in general. That's all I want to live here to do. And every time I want to make a specific selfish decision, obviously you have to be slightly selfish, but something that's unnecessarily selfish, I try to remind myself of why I'm here, and that hurting others doesn't need to be the way that I combat things. I believe life is very adaptable and anything could happen. And the fact is that the road may be a straight path, but sometimes there are turns that you have to make. There's a left and right turn, but you can't go back. It's not like that. You can't go back and make that other turn. It's just a one-way train type beat. And just gotta keep going. You know, you pick a spot that sounds most comfortable, most reasonable, maybe not most comfortable, maybe like you gotta go out of your comfort zone, but it's the one thing that'll make you happier in the long run. And then you see where it takes you. And if you get run over by a truck, at least you did what you could. And then you'll look in the truck before you die, and you'll see me, and then I'll be like, hey, before I run you over, did you do what you needed to do today? Right? Did you brush your teeth? Imagine your one goal is to brush your teeth every day. What a loser. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Brush your teeth. Okay, brush your teeth. I'm proud of you. Brush your teeth. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah, that was all I had to say. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate any of you that watch these. You are so cool. You know, tell people that you take advice from a pirate, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You should never fucking take advice from a fucking pirate. And I'm gonna be like, don't fucking listen to them and give me all your fucking money. Sign up for my fucking my online courses. Sign up for my NFT. I would really appreciate it. I'm just kidding, I don't have any of those things. But yeah, thank you for watching. Until then, it's been Warnish Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.